In the frantic, digital gold rush of 2026, the world has become a circus of empty noise. Every street corner, every social media feed, and every professional circle is saturated with people desperate to be the king. They are broadcasting their meals, shouting their minor achievements from the rooftops, and flashing symbols of wealth they haven't even earned yet. They believe that visibility is synonymous with power. They think that being seen is being respected. But in this 61st chapter of our journey, we expose that noisy trap. When you show your cards too early, you aren't showing strength, you are providing your enemies with a target. When you broadcast your success, you aren't building a legacy, you are inviting envy, sabotage, and the parasitic gaze of the mediocre. Christopher is here to tell you that true dominance, the kind that lasts for decades, is found in the low profile. It is the elite art of being the most powerful person in any room while being the least obvious. We are shifting from the theater of performance to the sanctuary of stealth. Power is not found in the roar of the lion, it is found in the calculated, silent approach of the predator that no one saw coming until it was too late. The Matrix loves a loud target. It uses your vanity as a handle to control you. By needing to be seen as successful, you become a slave to public perception. You become a puppet dancing on the strings of likes and comments. In Chapter 61, we initiate the Incognito Protocol. We are moving beyond the surface-level advice of privacy and entering the cold, surgical realm of strategic underestimation. We are teaching you the tactical advantage of being overlooked. When people think you are average, they lower their guard. They speak more freely, they reveal their true motives, and they hand you the strategic map of their own weaknesses without even knowing it. By the end of this transmission, you will understand that the ultimate high-value move is to let them think they are winning, while you are quietly owning the entire board behind the scenes. We are not hiding because we are ashamed of our greatness, we are hiding because the greatest weapons in the universe are those that are never seen until the precise moment of impact. The era of the loud amateur is over. The era of the silent architect begins now. Your disappearance from the radar is your first step toward total dominance. Consider the psychology of the underdog. In any conflict, whether in business, social hierarchies, or personal rivalries, the person who is perceived as the underdog has the greatest freedom of movement. When you live a high-profile life, you are essentially handing your internal blueprint to the world. You are showing them where your vulnerabilities are kept, what your lifestyle costs, and what your next move is likely to be. Christopher's low-profile philosophy is about inducing a state of cognitive blindness in your competitors. You want them to look at you and see something harmless. You want them to classify you as safe. This is not an act of cowardice, it is the highest form of predatory patience. While the loud amateurs are busy defending their brittle egos and polishing their public images, you are busy executing your plans in the dark. Because they don't see you as a threat, they do not build walls against you. They do not prepare for your arrival. In the American social landscape of 2026, being underestimated is a superpower. It allows you to collect intelligence that no one else can see. When people believe you are just another guy, they drop the social mask. They show you their flaws, their corruptions, and their true intentions. You are the ghost in the room, a silent observer gathering the data necessary to dismantle any opposition. This is high-voltage stealth. You are like a submarine, silent, invisible from the surface, but carrying enough power to change the world from the depths. By the time the world realizes your true magnitude, the game will already be over. The contracts will be signed, the empire will be built, and your position will be unshakable. You are not seeking the applause of the crowd, you are seeking the absolute control of the outcome. The low-profile man understands that a secret weapon is only a weapon as long as it remains a secret. Once everyone knows you have it, they start looking for a way to take it from you. There is an ancient wisdom that has been forgotten in the age of the smartphone, the destructive power of envy. Every time you broadcast a win, whether it's a new car, a beautiful relationship, or a financial milestone, seniors call this the evil eye. But in psychological terms, it is the parasitic gaze. There are people in your life, friends, family, and strangers alike, who do not want what you have, but they desperately want you to lose it. Human nature has a dark side that hates to see someone else rise too high. When you live high profile, you are constantly inviting this energy into your field. You are making yourself a lightning rod for the resentment of the mediocre. Christopher's Incognito Protocol is your protective shield. By keeping your greatness hidden, you keep it energetically pure. You are protecting your harvest from the locusts of envy. Why would you give the coordinates of your joy to a world that thrives on drama? Your deepest goals, your most significant successes, and your true net worth should be guarded like top-tier state secrets. When you adopt a low-profile lifestyle, you effectively eliminate 90% of your social friction. You don't have to deal with fake friends looking for a handout. You don't have to defend your choices to critics who have never built anything. You don't have to carry the heavy burden of maintaining an image. You are finally free to live for the only witness that matters, yourself. Privacy is no longer just a preference. In 2026, privacy is the ultimate luxury. It is the new status symbol of the truly elite. The person who has everything but feels no need to show anything is the most dangerous person on the planet. They are operating on a level of self-assurance that the Matrix cannot comprehend. Let them wonder how you stay so calm. Let them wonder how you afford your peace. Never give them the satisfaction of a tour through your sanctuary. To be low profile is not an admission of smallness, it is an exercise in subtle grandeur. It takes a massive amount of internal discipline to hold a winning hand and not show it to the table. Most people are so starved for validation that they would rather be seen as looking successful than actually being successful. They would rather have the shadow of wealth than the substance of it. But the sovereign king, the Christopher-type figure, is satisfied by the result alone. He is the silent architect. He builds in the shadows, works in the dark, and allows the results to manifest with such undeniable force that words become redundant. There is a profound, almost addictive satisfaction in being the most capable person in a room while everyone else is distracted by the loudest person in the room. Think of the shadow master. He drives a vehicle that doesn't scream for a glance, but he owns the infrastructure of the city. He wears a watch that doesn't blind the observer, but he has mastered his own time, a luxury no billionaire can buy back. In 2026, the world is obsessed with visual compliance, making sure everyone knows you've made it. We are choosing internal competence. When you detach your identity from the need for external recognition, you become unshakable. You are no longer a victim of the social mirror. You have realized that the only ego that needs feeding is the one that prevents you from growing. By living in the shadows, you gain the vantage point. You see the world as it is, not as it wants to be seen. You are the conductor of the orchestra who stays behind the curtain, letting the music fill the hall while you remain a mystery. This is the ultimate form of self-respect, to be powerful in silence, to be wealthy in secret, and to be successful in the dark. As we conclude this 61st transmission, I want you to perform a digital and social disappearing act. From this day forward, your moves belong only to you. You must stop the leakage of your private life into the public domain. You will treat your greatness as a private fire that keeps you warm, not as a firework that seeks to dazzle others for a fleeting, hollow second. The Matrix cannot destroy what it cannot see. It cannot track a ghost. By staying low profile, you have officially exited the petty competition of status and entered the singular, high-stakes game of dominance. You are no longer a target, you are the one who watches from the shadows, prepared, focused, and utterly liberated from the opinions of the small-minded. You have chosen the path of the subtle king. The transmission of the 61st is complete. The Incognito Protocol is now hardwired into your consciousness. The loud, desperate world will continue to scream for attention, but you will move through it like a ghost, unseen, underestimated, and absolutely unstoppable. Carry your power in your pocket, not on your sleeve. Guard your peace with the ferocity of a wolf. This is Christopher, ending the broadcast for the silent masters of the earth. Stay hidden. Stay deep. Stay sovereign. The most dangerous force in nature is the one you never saw coming until the moment it became your reality. We will speak again, when you have finished building your empire in the darkness. Farewell for now, you silent ghost.